right, we're back here live in Orlando. You're checking out the score. Yes, Classic taking out Triggers down with a final score of 3-2. And what an amazing match that was. We got to talk about a change in momentum for that one.
You know, Classic has to thank their lucky stars. They got a break there in game number 4, but then they were able to come right back after the quick commercial break. They won that CTF game, and then they were able to carry that momentum game, Scott, or into game 5, Scott, and they beat them on Construct, a map that we've seen Triggers Down really excel on.
And, you know, the difference in that second Onslaught game, Chris, wasn't the fact that Triggers Down was upset or anything about the unfortunate events. It's because Classic took them down off the power positions. Pistola was on top middle, I counted 3 times out of that whole game, which is un-Pistola-like.
All right, and guys, we got to talk about some awesome plays during that series, and it's time for your Old Spice swagger moment of the match, and this one is coming from a guy who hasn't been on the main stage in a long time. It's Soldier187, and check him out doing the dirty here in game number 1 on Pit CTF. Here's the no-scope coming up that got his team so pumped up. Here it is, the double kill no-scope. After that, Classic moved in, grabbed the flag, and was able to convert. Classic moved on, and now they're going to be playing tomorrow. Classic, that's right, your number 5 seed will be competing on MLG Championship Sunday in the Winners Bracket Finals.
All right, and up next, we got Str8 Rippin taking on Believe the Hype. When we come back, you're watching ESPN Saturday night. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Chris Puckett, and it's time for your MLG ESPN Top 10 Halo 3 plays. Here we go at number 10 with Pro Problem 08. He's playing a little bit of Onslaught CTF, moving the flag bottom middle. Well, might as well make that top middle, launches off the melee to the top of the map, and then he jumps it in, making the score 4-2. Moving on now to number 9 with Renegade Sticky. He doesn't have any plasmas, but check out the frag grenades. 2 perfect frags, stops the flag short, and the battle rifle picks up the overkill. The red team, yeah, they're just awful. At number 8, we got Ron Burgundy. Check it out, throwing out the regenerator, ignores the opponent, slaps him once, grabs the flag, and beats them all down. There's the double, the triple, and of course, the overkill. Ron Burgundy scored that flag. At number 7, we're on board with Zip Fig Latcha. I don't know what his name means, but this play's pretty sweet. Check it out. The frag grenade off the wall, a little hill 1 move here, jumps the flag up top middle with the nade launch, and runs it home. At number 6, we're jumping on board with Murfinator V2. He's hiding, comes out of hiding, picks up the double, the triple, and where's the over? Oh, found it! That's your first ever escalator overkill. At number 5, we're on board with Mick Flubbin, playing a little bit of Guardian Oddball. Check this play out. Sees 2 players, throws the plasma grenades, ignores the players, pulls out the sniper, gets the overkill. Yeah, check it out one more time. The plasma grenades go straight up in the air, and on the way down, connect with the guys going over the man cannon. McFlubbin gets your number 5. At number 4, we're on board with New York State of Mind 23. The other 22 we're taking. Check it out. The rocket through the crack takes down both snipers from the blue team, and his teammate is going to score the flag. Moving on to number 3, you're watching DT Aggro 2, but you know what? I'm giving this play to the turret. Check it out. The Ghost goes out of bounds. The turret lights him up. And on the way back, the Ghost picks up a kill of its own. This one going to the turrets. Check out the perfect shots, taking down the Ghost Rider and his buddy. Moving on now to number 2 with Nazix. He's playing a little bit of CTF on Narrows. There goes the plasma grenade. There goes the frag grenade. And here's your overkill. Check it out. Here's the extermination. The plasma stops the flag short, and Nazix gets our number 2. At number 1, we're on board with SK MVP, and he is lighting it up with the sniper rifle. Here from Gold 2, launching 3 perfect headshots for the triple, the overkill up on Close Street, and Sick Degenerate, give me that kill tech. 5 straight shots, SK MVP gets your number 1. Well, that's going to do it for this Top 10. If you'd like to be featured in the next one, make sure to head on over to MLGpro.com/top10.
Scientific tests prove when you drink Dr. Pepper slow, 23 flavors taste even better. For me, slow always produces a hit. Step aside for a minute. Check this out. Slow is better. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Welcome back. We're here live in Orlando, Florida, getting ready for our second matchup of the evening. Str8 Rippin taking on Believe the Hype.
That's right, Farouk. Believe the Hype is here against Str8 Rippin, and it's kind of crazy. We did not expect that. We expected maybe to see an instinct Str8 Rippin battle here in Winners Bracket Round 3. But no, Believe the Hype has upset 2 teams already. They're ready to upset a 3rd team, Scott. But Str8 Rippin, they brought out all the fans that exist in Florida. They're here to cheer them on.
Yeah, and legit brought out the headband.
You know, the headband is back, and we see what happens when that is on his face. Here we go. So Str8 Rippin's getting warmed up. It looks like the Believe the Hype guys are all set. They're going to do a little midship warm-up here to get started. But, Scott, this is a tough 5-game series, some interesting game types. We just saw an extremely interesting matchup between Triggers Down and Classic. And the winner of this one is going to play Classic tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable. I want to know if Believe the Hype can win this. I didn't have any faith in Classic going into the match, but I was proved wrong.
You know, I think it's just this season, 2009 Pro Circuit season, we have seen more talent. All of the level of competition has greatly, it's ridiculous now. All the teams are so tightly matched. It doesn't matter if you're the 8th seed, the 7th seed, as Believe the Hype is, facing off against the number 2 seed. Upsets are going to happen. Orlando is upset city. They're going to be looking to continue the upsets here for.
But that's why we play the game. I mean, we talk about this all the time. You look on paper what team should be what team, but this is the reason why we play the game. This is the reason why Major League Gaming exists. This is why we have these tournaments and we have these matchups, because they have to sell it right down there on our main stage.
There we go. We got Believe the Hype warming up, and that guy in the 3rd seat, he's the one I'm going to be looking at. Believe the Hype's leader, Cloud. He went off with the sniper in Game 5 versus Instinct to help the team win. And Clutch, he's going to be the emotional leader for the team, Scott.
Yeah, and what I noticed from Cloud was in the TS pit was I didn't know how good of a sniper he was until he actually picked it up. When he picked it up, he beat Neighbor in a one-on-one snipe battle 4 times out of 4.
And Neighbor yelled at Neighbor, "Challenge me!" Loving it. And here's some Believe the Hype highlights. Cloud going to work against Neighbor there in the sword. And then, of course, watching the shots from Clutch. They just going off. The team has lots of talent. But on the other side of the stage, we have our number 2 seeded team. It's the red lineup. The people in the stands are cheering for it. It's Str8 Rippin, our number 2 seed. And these guys are here to play. They've been practicing. They've been landing since Anaheim, gearing up for this tournament specifically, Scott.
And Str8 Rippin doesn't want to be like Triggers Down and lose an unfortunate round 3. They want to be in the winners finals. And you better believe they're going to come out fighting.
All right, we're going to get this game underway here very shortly. As we swap out a little hardware, you're taking a look at the Believe the Hype squad, Maniac, Demon D, Cloud, and Clutch on the end right there. And their coach Mazik back there, getting them all ready. So, gentlemen, today we've seen a lot of things we talked about earlier. A lot of the upsets and things we didn't expect. What do you think about the tournament so far?
I think this is big. Orlando should just be renamed Upset City. This is the most ridiculous national championships I've ever seen. Absolutely crazy. Our number 1 is in the losers bracket. Our number 4 is in the losers bracket. Our number 3 is in the losers bracket. Will our number 2 be in the losers bracket? We're going to have to find out. Believe the Hype, they're ready to go, but Str8 Rippin, I don't know, I got my money on them this one.
You know, on day 1 here, walking through the crowd, I came across one of our fans out there in the crowd, and he stopped me and he said, you know what, Classic is going to win this. And that's what he told me. I didn't get a chance to get his name to give him a shout out, just in the case that he was right, but he's on the right track. We got both of our coaches down there getting their teams ready.
And it looks like we're all ready to go except for Clutch, who doesn't have his headphones on. And once he gets those ready to go and he's in the game, we'll get this one started. And there we go. Clutch is into the game. Here we go. All 8 players ready to play. Orlando, if you like the tournament so far, let me hear some noise, baby. Capture the flag on the pit. You saw it just last match. Here it goes again. The first team to 3 will win the game. There's the overshield down low, the snipers on the sides, and the rockets in the middle. Here we go. We're going to get this one started with snipe down of Str8 Rippin.
Our camo, guys. In green. Needle ramp in green. I got Obi. My death cam. Our needle ramp. Our plot, one shot.
And snipe down's going to grab the overshield at the start of this one. We're going to jump on board with T2, the captain. And here we go. T2 making his way into the sword. And we're going to jump on board with Believe the Hype. They're pulling the flag already. Clutch has got it moving through the green box. And Scott, we saw the sniper there coming from, it looks like T2 is going to stop that flag momentarily, but Demon D, he's pushing in from the green box on his side of the map.
And you know, I expected Believe the Hype to kind of come out a little flat in this, Chris. But you know, honestly, playing throughout this entire event, Believe the Hype comes out furious on CTF Pit, and I don't expect Str8 Rippin to win this game.
And here we go. It looks like Believe the Hype's going to be the first one to score as Clutch is going to put it in here for the blue team. The upsets continue here. And Clutch is going to be coming off the respawn. Let's see how they play this, because now they made Str8 Rippin angry. They're going to be pushing hard through the green box in the long haul.
I mean, you can go back at it and look at these two teams being pretty evenly matched. They faced each other twice, splitting the series 1-1. I mean, you can argue that Believe the Hype beat a Str8 Rippin team in the Meadowlands that wasn't well practiced, because they were having problems here with their internet and stuff in Orlando when they moved down here. But they are pretty evenly matched.
And we've definitely seen Believe the Hype upset Str8 Rippin before. You know, there's no question that can they do it. The question is, will they do it here on the biggest of stages? And Demon D right now is going off. He's playing with all the confidence in the world, picking up a double kill. That's going to open up an opportunity for Clutch to sneak in for this new overshield down low.
When I was watching Instinct versus Believe the Hype, I was in the pro lounge with all the pros, and they were like, oh, it's all on Cloud. And I was like, in order for this team to win, Demon D is going to have to change things up. And literally, as soon as I said that, he picks up the sniper, gets a double kill, and he changed the game for his team.
And there you see in the third person, as it was legit picking up the overshield, he's going to pick up the beatdown. We're going to jump on board with the red team. And Legit is ready to go. He's got the headband on and he's ready to party. Maniac is going to get the double team from Snipe Down, and Legit, the flag is going to be pulled by Elmite Warrior. And great play by Legit, knowing there's an opponent somewhere behind his team, checking the long haul, moving in for the beatdown, and now he's going to keep his flag alive, running it down long haul.
And notice how he didn't pick green because of all the nades. He went empty because it was safer and his teammates can help him out.
And while running the flag, he does a 90-degree turn, picks off the kill on Demon D, and now we have a 1-1 game. Str8 Rippin's right back in it. A slow start, but now it's a game, Scott. And we have Str8 Rippin pushing strong. We have T2 with the rockets inside of the base. Snipe Down is looking down at that flag. And T2 with 2 pucker rockets is going to miss the kill on Demon D. Snipe Down finally cleaning it up. And this is not nearly as strong of a setup as they had to start this one because of that kill from Demon D. Let's see if they can convert anyway, as Legit's trying to push it down long haul.
Chris, I said it before the tournament. In order for Str8 to win, Legit's going to have to play like he did at Columbus, and he's playing just like that. He just got 3 kills as he was running the last flag. He's just holding them off right now, and he got the flag all the way to their base.
And all 4 members of Str8 Rippin are going to be taken down thanks to Cloud and Maniac. We're going to jump on board with Demon D. He's got the sniper. He's got the Mauler blocked. Cloud's going to move in for the flag here, and he's going to be looking to pick off any players who are going to warp up top tower to get some grenades on Cloud. And there with the quick scope, he's going to take down Snipe Down. Perfect coverage from Demon D is going to open up this flag cap here from Believe the Hype. The only person in position to stop the flag is Legit, and he is going to stop the flag momentarily. Can Demon D beat him? No, Legit is going huge, and now he's got Demon D's sniper. He missed Maniac there, and Maniac's coming for him. And there's the headshot. Legit going off here on the main stage. The beast mode is back, baby. Cloud getting one in the face. And now the rest of his team is here to protect this flag. Believe the Hype unable to convert, and that was just an amazing individual performance by one of the best players to ever touch Halo 3, Legit.
And you know, I had a chance to spend some time with Legit during the Dr. Pepper Ultimate Gaming House, and this man is focused. He could not wait to be finished and be wrapped with the video so he can get back and practice and work out, and he's really, really focused on what he has to do to become a champion, state champion.
Maniac finally shutting him down. The momentum is gone from Str8 Rippin. They're back at their base, but we're jumping on board with the captain. He just picked up the sniper rifle, and he's going to have to play some defense. Here comes Believe the Hype. And Demon D's got the sniper in the sword. T-Squared trying to get an eye on him. And nice no-scope there by T2, picking off a clutch out of the air. And there is the double kill, taking down Demon D. Lammy, the coach behind these two. He's all smiles. Scalped him, I like that. And here comes T2 pushing from the training side, Farouk.
And let's see who's going to go to the green box and get rockets, because they're coming up in about 10 seconds here.
And you have to note now that Str8 Rippin is in total control of the power weapons. They have 2 snipers, and it looks like they're setting up for the overshield here as T-Squared's going to pick up the kill on Demon D, and now he's looking for the spawn camp in the courtyard. Meanwhile, El Knight Warrior, he had the other sniper rifle. He pushed into the flag, and he's helping Legit grab it as T2 picks up the overshield here. So after the initial flag grab from Believe the Hype, Str8 Rippin gets back on the board. A huge play from Legit is going to keep the score tied up at 1-1. And now Str8 Rippin is trying to convert a second flag, but T-Squared is the only member alive from Str8 left on the Believe the Hype side of the map, and he's going to be taken down. Let's jump on board with Legit. He's hiding in the rockets, and they just came up.
Yeah, I know Scott was talking about how Believe the Hype should probably take this game type, but this is one of Str8 Rippin's strongest game type. All season, they've only dropped 1 game out of 8 on this map, and I can't see how they can lose this one.
Str8 Rippin gotta feel good knowing that this is the first game type, but here comes Believe the Hype. Cloud has those rockets after beating down Legit. Maniac has the flag, trying to run it down long haul. And Demon D, he's got the sniper, and he's still spawn camping in the flag of Str8 Rippin's base. And Demon D just picked up a quick no-scope for the double kill, and Cloud comes right back. All 4 members of Str8 Rippin dead. They're set up for a 3rd cap as the 2nd one was just put in by Maniac. And here comes Clutch. Clutch is tossing the flag through the middle. Cloud doing amazing cover fire here. This is the Demon D, Cloud, and Clutch show. And here comes Clutch. Clutch is going to put this final flag in. Just like that, Believe the Hype. 2 flags under a minute. They take game 1.
All right, we got the score right now. Believe the Hype 1, Str8 Rippin 0 in the first game. We're still early in this matchup, but a very quick game to come out and get on top of Str8 Rippin, the number 2 ranked team here. Let's take a look at our stats.
Now that was an insane game, lots of back and forth, but check out the stats here from Demon D, dropping 18 kills, only 6 assists, but that's because he was finishing all the kills he started. On the other side, the only person to go positive for Str8 Rippin was T-Squared.
All right, we got the Believe the Hype squad down there trying to make sure that they are ready for this game number 2, trying to keep the pressure on Str8 Rippin right here. Believe the Hype 1, Str8 Rippin 0 as we gear up and get ready for game number 2.
That's right, and here we see game number 2. It's Team Slayer on Narrows, and this is looking a lot like the Triggers Down series, guys. The higher seeded team losing their first game of the tournament. Believe the Hype staying hot, and they are all smiles coming into game 2. But Snipedown is looking to turn those smiles into a frown. Here we go.
That was amazing, 2 quick flag caps at the end of that game right there for Believe the Hype.
It was all about momentum. It was just Demon D's no scopes that opened it up with the double kill. They blocked the Mauler spawn, caught him over on court, and then they just converted flag, and then everyone was still at the base. 2 guys were on killing sprees. They're like, well, we might as well stay here and just win the game. And Snipedown is going to be taken down at the start of this one. Let's jump on board with Cloud. He's got the sniper rifle for Believe the Hype.
I'm canning. Our flag. T-Squared. I don't see anybody, Nick. What you, Nick? R2. Top right. R1, flank down. Their shield.
And Cloud getting stuck in the back of his base. Here comes the Mauler. Take a seat, Element Warrior. He's finally going to be cleaned up, and T-Squared's going to grab the Cloud Sniper here, Scott. This is kind of big for Str8 Rippin.
It really depends on what T-Squared does with this. If I was T-Squared, I'd put myself in a position where if I'm about to die, I can just throw the sniper off. So pretty much hitting the man cannon's your best bid.
And a smart play here by T2. He moves over to the man cannon side, and he had Snipe Down come over to support him. But believe the hype, they knew what was coming. They set up for that. They sent one guy down power up, and the other one came through from the sniper. They shut down T2. It's all tied up 8-8 as Snipe Down is trapped in the Believe the Hype base. He's all by himself. He has no cover fire.
And that's always a good plan, is to get full control of your base before you move up, because that last guy can really, really bother you.
And here comes Snipe Down behind the Believe the Hype squad. There's Maniac Snipe, and he was clueless, and that's a free sniper for Snipe Down. Not a good move if you're Believe the Hype. You want to keep that weapon out of this guy's hands. And Cloud doing exactly that with the battle rifle. We're jumping on board with this sniper for Str8 Rippin. It's legit. And legit unable to finish the kill on Demon D. Believe the Hype really giving Str8 Rippin a lot of trouble here, Scott. Are you surprised?
I'm extremely surprised, Chris. I'm surprised with all these lower. Believe the Hype in Classic really came to play. Believe the Hype didn't land before this event, Chris. Keep that in mind. They only played online. Granted, they played the most out of every other team who played online, but that says something.
And that is exactly the same thing they did before our first event, where they were able to finish third. They didn't land at all. They just purely practiced online. And you know what? It seems that way of going about things seems to work. Jumping on board with Clutch for the first time here on Narrows, and he's going to get double team. Awful switching bucket. Let's go on board with Demon D. He's got a sniper. And he's going to get sniped by Element Warrior. Now I'm going to Element, and he's going to die. Check it out.
Yep.
All right, and the death finger continues. I'm 3 for 3. Let's make it 4 for 4. No, Clutch is going to stay alive for me. Here we go. 21-18. Str8 Rippin with the 3-kill lead. But Believe the Hype is pushing out of their base, and they seem pretty darn angry. Clutch is looking to go to work with that sniper rifle. And Str8 Rippin, they know he has it. They're staying down low.
Nice move by Clutch right there, getting out of there.
And dodging the grenade.
I was just thinking to myself, man, he's got to get out of there, and sure enough, he did.
We're going to stay on board with Clutch through the respawn, 26-18. This one's starting to air out a little bit. Str8 Rippin starting to pull away. Snipe Down has the rockets inside the Believe the Hype lobby, but no one came lobby. They all went down low. And now we're going back on board with the Str8 Rippin squad and Snipe Down. 29-30 now to 18. Str8 Rippin really pulling away, and how are they doing it, Scott?
It's pretty much the exact same way Triggers Down did. They're bait and switching, using R2 and L2 to their full advantage, and then they send a flanker around flag side and comes up behind them.
And Clutch doing a nice job of clearing out the base, picking up a double kill. Let's stay on board with Snipe Down for a little bit, see how he plays this one. Only 4 minutes off the clock. We already have about 57 kills on the board. Snipe Down coming over the man cannon. He's waiting for Elamite to come over as well. And now they're going to push through the Believe the Hype lobby. And it doesn't work out for Snipe Down, but Elamite is there to clean up some kills. And he's unable to finish the kills as Cloud is able to get away, and Maniac, who Snipe Down was shooting first, comes in to finish the kill. Nice bait and switching basically from Believe the Hype there.
And now it's only a 6-kill lead.
And legit going off, picking up the double kill, and he's not backing down right now. Meanwhile, Elamite Warrior is cleaning up some kills as well, picking up the kill on Clutch, 37-30 as we hit the 5-minute mark. Kind of a sloppy game of Narrows, constantly pushing, but neither team really locking the other one inside their base.
But I think that's going to change now since the second round of snipers is coming up, Chris, and the game is coming down to the end. You're going to see a lot of slow pace, and then as soon as someone gets one person down, you're going to see a swarm of a team. Swarming of the other team.
And Believe the Hype right now trying to make a move, closing the gap. Only down 3 kills right now. First one to 50 is going to take this game.
And this is huge, guys. Clutch and Cloud have the snipers, so both snipers in the hands of Believe the Hype. Cloud has got to get away from Elamite Warrior here, though, and Elamite is not going to allow it. So 40-35, both teams has one sniper to work with. Clutch has one, Elamite has one, and T-Squared is not stopped charging the Believe the Hype base here. and he shot his teammate in the back. Maniac's going to get the credit for it.
What's Mohawk? Watch our backs, Brian. Watch your snipe.
Just a 4-kill game in the final moments of this one. Make that 3.
One shot top center and left pocket.
Watch our flag.
No one, baby.
One shot on one flag. One shot. One shot.
One shot top center.
Two guys no shields on snipe.
And Elmite just trying to stay alive, putting shots on his opponents. T-Squared just picked up a huge triple kill. That is going to secure their lead. It was just a 1-kill game at one point. Believe the Hype rallying back here in game 2.
Elmite really needs to pull back right now, Chris. He got way too comfortable up top middle.
And Clutch has a sniper. Maniac has the rockets. Let's see how they play that. Maniac only has 1 rocket to work with, and he's got a few players from Str8 Rippin coming off the respawns. He saw one man cannon, going to call that out. Legit already hitting the man cannon, going over to his side of the map. And here comes Snipe down, right back over the cannon. Shoot the rocket. And it doesn't connect. That would have been sweet. But right now, you guys are checking out the score. 48-46, just 2 kills away is Str8 Rippin. T-Squared pushing in hard. He's getting the 49th kill. Here comes Snipe down. And Snipe down is chasing it. Maniac staying alive somehow. And Snipe down trades. Str8 Rippin takes game number 2.
And a kill for a kill there, but Snipe Down's going to get the bonus, which is the game. And Str8 Rippin is going to tie it up with Believe the Hype all tied at 1-1, and we're going to check out the stats.
There you go, T-Squared the captain stepping up big, putting up the +5, a huge triple kill at the end of that game, gave Str8 Rippin the momentum and allowed them to finish that one strong. Demon D and Maniac both going positive, but it wasn't enough.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and come back and get ready for this game number 3. It's heating up here in Orlando.
The 2009 MLG Pro Circuit powered by Xbox is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Stride, Ballpark, and Aliens vs. Predator.